Welcome back again, guys, from Tampa Bay. Going out on this, what was until a few minutes ago, lovely 87-degree afternoon. Got the Coast Guard taking off there with their patrol plane. It started to rain just a little bit ago. Luckily, everything here is waterproof. Got my phone in the life-proof case. FJR is a very water-tolerant bike. I can ride through a downpour and I might get a little bit of water on my forearms, and that's about it. These fairings do a great job of keeping you cool, but also keeping you dry. I'm going down, way down to Treasure Island, pretty much to the end of this 19, and then over to the beach to meet with a new cigar company client. They've got a bunch of product to give me. They want some reviews, and they want to advertise, and we're going to talk about photography. So that's cool. I guess they're from, or their cigars and their products are from Costa Rica, which is kind of rare in the cigar world. So I'm anxious to see what they're like, see what their shop looks like, see what they have to say. They wanted to meet. Usually it's just over the phone, but you know, if it's close enough, it's a good excuse to take a motorcycle ride, know what I mean? So I'm on the part of 19 here where it's all the new uninterrupted highway, no more lights. So that's why I don't mind coming down here anymore. It's just afternoon, almost 12:30 now. Tons of cars on the road, I'll tell you what. I don't know if it's just lunchtime or the snowbirds haven't gone home yet. Some of them have, but some of them haven't. I think my neighbor across the street 2 doors down might be a permanent resident now. The first year they came down, cool little sidecar there. First year they were snowbirds and they went back up to Ohio for the summer. Usually it's around Easter time that people go back, and then they come back down sometime October before Thanksgiving. Well, they're still hanging around, so that's kind of cool. It's much nicer to have somebody in the house taking care of it than leaving it vacant for half the year. And you know, things get a little run down, yards kind of grow. But the redneck neighbor 2 doors down, when they were gone, they would, because they've got like 8 people living in the house, a whole bunch of junky cars, they would take over their driveway and they'd start parking all their junky vehicles in their driveway. And I know it would piss them off because sometimes they would have somebody come over either to check on the house, or it looks like some friends would use it for a week or so, and I could hear them arguing in the driveway like, get your junky cars out of our driveway and stop parking in it. It's just so rude. But obviously with them living there, I don't have to look at any junky cars. It's nice. So I'll give you guys a little relaxing ride. I've got about another, well, GPS says about a half an hour till I get there. And we'll see how it goes. this GoPro recording is a problem. I'm going to actually switch out for my other camera and try that, because I can't figure out why this stops recording. Sometimes it's real short, sometimes it's real long. But if I can't trust my camera, then I'm in trouble doing these kind of videos, especially when I need to do reviews and stuff like that. So, trying to find this place. It's not where I thought it was. But this thing is shut off on me 3 times on the way down here, randomly, and I keep looking down. I can't find a pattern. Sometimes it's 10 seconds, sometimes it's 20 minutes. Okay, it looks like it's in here. So it's just pissing me off. Okay. 155. Down there somewhere. Good enough. Okay. Well, I'll probably record some more on the way back, so I won't sign off quite yet. Man, this thing is really becoming a problem, let me tell you what. Okay, meeting went very well. Got a bunch of cigars. He's all set on a website. It's actually launching tomorrow. His web guy was here too, which is just fine. It's good that he's got a new site going up and all that. He didn't know I was a photographer, so that worked out. I mean, he knew I was a wedding photographer, but he didn't know I did cigar stuff, and he is in need of that. So we're going to talk about that later too. It looks like he's going to advertise, so I'm going to send him the specs for that. And it looks like I'm going to be able to book him for one of my live shows. So all in all, a very good meeting. Certainly worthwhile to come down to the beach. And I have a theory about the GoPro problem. I took the camera out as soon as I got there and turned it off, and it was smoking hot. And if you watched when I first started TwoWheelObsession, I got this first camera that's on my helmet right now, and it was smoking hot out of the box, and I was having some other weird problems with it, and it was shutting off pretty similar to the way it's doing right now. And I went and I got a new battery at Walmart. Bam, immediately problem solved. Ran a lot cooler, never had a problem with it after that. Well, since then I got another camera, and I've got 3 more batteries, and I am not 100% sure which specific battery I've got in this right now. I swapped it out a little while ago because I do swap them out. You can either plug the camera into the USB cable and charge it that way, or I have a separate charger that will charge 2 batteries at once, and it's a lot faster just to swap in a battery. Well, since I went to Daytona and I went through a bunch of batteries there, and I also did that long green swamp ride, and I went through 3 batteries during that, so I've swapped them around. I'm not sure which battery I've got in this camera, and it very well may be a problem with a batch of batteries from GoPro. They're all official GoPro batteries, so there may be one of these batteries in my collection still that this particular camera doesn't like. So what I'm going to do is some tests with each of the batteries, and I'm gonna mark them, I'll number them, and I'll do some tests to see if I can reproduce it and find any kind of pattern, like, you know, this battery does it sometimes, this one never does. I don't know. That's really the only thing I can think of. I don't think it's a camera problem, because frankly it's a pretty recent phenomenon. And I haven't been using the other camera as a primary just because I don't have the blackout skin on it. And that hasn't been an issue, so I know that's not the problem. I mean, it's worked for all these other videos just fine. and it's just a little vinyl skin. It's not holding in any heat. If you didn't know, the bezel around the lens is the heat sink for a GoPro camera. So that's on my agenda for this afternoon. I'm just gonna let it go, give it a half an hour per test. It seems to be shutting off at the longest about 20 minutes. And I'm just gonna stick it in the garage where it's nice and warm, or better yet, I'll stick it out on the back patio in the sun and see if I can get it to do it. Just see what happens. That's my theory at the moment. And then I'll do the same thing with, I guess I'll do them at the same time with the other camera and see if the problem follows a battery. And if it doesn't, then see if it follows a camera. If it happens on the other camera, I know it's maybe the cards, although they are the same brand cards. They're different size cards. One's a 32, one's a 64 gig. They're both official approved cards. They're very fast, very expensive Lexar cards that GoPro recommends on their website. So I know it's not a compatibility problem there, at least shouldn't be if they've certified them. But that's all I can think of to do. I really do have to get it nailed though, especially before Sunday when I'm going out to do those bike reviews. Oh my God, how pissed would I be if I go out there and the camera shuts off in the middle of a bike review and I don't notice it. I mean, that would be a completely wasted day. No thank you, sir. So I got to get this figured out today. Tomorrow's the wedding, so I will be busy all day with that. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. It's freaking hot out. Sun's out now. So I got a little drive back. I am not going to go the way my GPS said. It took me down, as you saw, the parallel road to 19, which is technically shorter, but not faster because of all the dang lights. So I'm going to just go straight on to 19 and take that home. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Check out the site, TwoWheelObsession.com. Tell all your friends, and we'll see you next time.